Okay, Don, can you tell me, is the process the same if I want to refinance my home? And can you maybe tell me a little bit about what refinancing is?
Yeah, refinancing, Matt, is where a client already owns the real estate, already has a mortgage in place, but for some reason he wants to increase the amount of the mortgage on the property. And that could be for several reasons. One may be for do a home renovation, as an example. He may have some additional costs like education of his children. He may want to take the money for investment, buy some a vacation property. He may just want to be able to consolidate some debt. So a lot of clients, they've got, for an example, $20,000 or $30,000 in consumer debt that they're paying 7 to 12 to 15% on, and they can take that money and roll it into their mortgage and reduce the overall interest rate. The caveat to that is we try to make sure that they're still paying that off in a reasonable period of time. We don't want them to take what could be a 5-year debt and put it into a 30-year debt and think they're saving money. So it's important when you refinance. There's a lot of different reasons for it. Some of them make perfect sense. Sometimes it's not in the best interest of the client to refinance. So we sit down with them and go through all the reasons why they want to do it, what do they need the money for. Then we go to sometimes their existing lender and ask them if they'll just increase the existing mortgage. At that time, we'll try to negotiate the rate. Are they going to keep the same rate as the old mortgage? Are they going to break the old mortgage, start all over again? So a lot of those questions have to be done. But simply, it's going back and taking more money out of your property.
Okay. So is that the same thing as a second mortgage, or are those two different things?
They're different.
Okay.
A second mortgage would be where, for some reason, let me explain simply what a second mortgage is. Sure. To start off with. A second mortgage is a mortgage in addition to your first mortgage. You went out and borrowed money. For example, if you own real estate and you go to the bank for a line of credit, they will secure it against your real estate so that they can offer you a better interest rate. You're going to get a better interest rate on a line of credit that's secured against your real estate than if it's non-secured signature loan. So you may have a second mortgage you don't even know about. So it's not as scary as you think it is. So a second mortgage could be a simple line of credit. It could be done as a secured Visa card. I have clients that get better rates on a Visa card by securing against their real estate. Some people come to me for a second mortgage because their first mortgage can't be broken or can't be increased. Like I explained earlier, they can't refinance their first mortgage for whatever reason. It could be a credit issue. It could be they've had a change in income situation. They can't adapt or change their first mortgage, but they need additional funds for whatever reason. So we go out and we borrow them additional funds, secure it as a second mortgage. So what happens in the term of a second mortgage, you tend to pay a higher interest rate than a first, simply because in the event you sell the property or there's a default or there's ever a problem, the first mortgage holder gets paid first, and the second mortgage holder gets paid from the remainder of the funds that remain. Okay. So there is a bit more risk with a second mortgage.